Hey, Dr. Brandy here. Good morning and happy Christmas Eve. If you celebrate Christmas, and if you don't, happy holidays. It's just a wonderful time to be celebrating. And I just wanted to come live with for you to share with you a couple of ways that you can keep yourself sane. I ask all my patients, are you ready for the holiday? Are you ready for Christmas? Whatever it is you're celebrating, you ready? Seeing what people are up to. And more commonly than not, I hear, oh, almost, or yeah, I'm ready. But there's always this undertone of, I actually even have people tell me, I'm ready for it to be over, that kind of feeling. And so, it's kind of a sad situation that we've lost, at least to some degree, we've lost the spirit of the season. And it just tends to be, It's an interesting thing, right? Because it's the season of giving, the season of love, the season of gratitude, the season of, whatever it is you celebrate right now, solstice. I'm kind of leaning more and more and more every single year of like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm just going to give solstice more attention than anything, because I'm not one to really desire to be caught up in the consumerism of the holiday. I would rather celebrate the nature of the holiday. But that's me, regardless, there's no reason to get upset. If there's some reason, if you're are angst about the holiday, then step back for a second and just take a look at that and go, what is this about? And you can choose at that point whether or not you want to keep doing that. Now, there are some things I've found to be helpful in the midst of this holiday angst. One of the things that I highly encourage you to do, and I always say this, is get some exercise. I'm here at the gym right now. I'm getting ready to, I'm already in the middle of my workout routine, and just thought I'd come to you with this and just remind you, it doesn't take very long. It can take 20 minutes. You can go outside and go for a walk, go with your family for a walk, go by yourself for a walk. Maybe just stay inside your room when you wake up in the morning. Don't leave your room until you've given yourself 20 minutes. Do 20 squats, 20 sit-ups, 20 push-ups, and run in place or jog in place or jump rope. Just do something to move your body, because when you move your body, your blood pumps and you get endorphins going, and it's so wonderful to be able to greet the day and greet your family and friends with endorphins running through your body, because then you can share that love. The other thing I highly encourage you to do is take some time for yourself to take some deep breaths. And, if you want to call it meditation, great. Some people don't like that term. I'm all about meditation, and I easily step out of my meditation practice when life gets too busy, especially when I have company or if I've traveled somewhere. So the best way to get around that so you don't lose yourself is to, before you get out of bed, sit up in your bed, take a few deep breaths, connect with your body, and go through your day. Think about the things that you will be experiencing, the people you'll be around, the things you have to get done, and think about how you want those things to all unfold. So when your thoughts are energy set in motion, and these create emotions, and those emotions create your experience. So if you take a moment in the morning to dive into what you want your day to be like through all of your experiences, and what you want those outcomes of those relationships and experiences with other people, what you want them to be, then you are really more likely to achieve it. And regardless, you've already set yourself up, you've set your space up, you've set your energetics up to receive that kind of experience. So regardless if it turns out exactly the way you want it to, at least you're holding your space in a very strong, intentional way, and that rubs off on other people, no doubt about it. We always know when we're around people we don't like. We always know when we're around people we do like. So be one of those people like, And lastly, just remember that everybody you're around loves you. Everybody that you're around loves you. I have a lot of women that I work with who've had traumatic pasts, and those traumatic pasts color how they perceive the people in their lives. It's obvious, that's real easy to come by, right? We always our vision gets colored by our past experience. And so what I always like to come back to is that the people that are in my life love me, and they view the world differently than I do because of their past experiences, and I can have compassion for that. And I can also hold my space around that, so they can be the way they want to be in the world, and I can be the way I want to be in the world, and it's okay. So I struggled with that for a long time, because sometimes I feel kind of like I'm not doing a great job by not going home back to Texas and being with my family during the holidays and all that kind of stuff. And that story just caused me so much stress. And then I would get myself in a tizzy and feel bad about who I'm being in the world. But the reality is, when I go back there for Christmas or a holiday, it's stressful for me, because I have to I feel like I have to do all these things and run around and get all these things done, and it's not a relaxed night or day with my mom, it's just a different experience. So I like to go back when it's not the holiday myself. But so you figure out how you can navigate your family and keep love in your heart and keep compassion in your heart. And everybody sees the world a different way, but everybody loves each other, or they wouldn't be around each other celebrating the gift of having each other in their lives right now. And that's what this is about. It's not about going to Macy's and looking for the perfect gift and hoping they'll like it in the nick of time. That is not what the season about. The season is about the love in our hearts for each other, the love in our hearts for this planet, the love in our hearts for whoever it is or whatever it is that you celebrate. I'll just call it nature with a capital N. And I hope that this inspires you just to settle into yourself a little bit and give yourself a minute to remember each day what this is about, and may your lives be blessed. Namaste.